Shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah, who the world calls Jesus. Shabbat the Mamba Y, coming at y'all with another lesson today in regards to, not getting comfortable and remaining humble. You know, what's the opposite of humble? Pride, arrogance, cocky. And when you cocky, that's when you get comfortable. And when you're comfortable, that's when you make mistakes. And the biggest mistake you can make is your salvation, fumbling that. At the park with the kids, but biggest thing you can fumble is your salvation, man. And that's by having pride. You know, a lot of people, they hear the word humble and they think that they gotta dim their light, or it's weak, or you soft or something, when it's not that at all. You know, being humble is being able to understand, being able to relate. You know what I'm saying? See somebody else's importance. You know what I'm saying? Being modest, because even in this walk, I seen brothers call other brothers low-level brothers, or tell brothers like, "Who are you?" You know what I'm saying? And that's prideful, man, because you putting yourself on a pedestal where you looking down on people. You know, if we all supposed to be a part of a body, are you calling yourself a part of a body, as the scriptures say? You know, the brain shouldn't be looking at the foot, being like, you're not important because you're not doing the thinking. Because as soon as you lose that foot, that's all your brain gonna be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? No, they don't have the same job, but they both play a real important role. You know what I'm saying? You know, even being at this park, watching these kids, like, they super humble because they not afraid to ask for help. You know what I'm saying? They know they don't know everything. They pure. It's like refreshing. You know what I'm saying? And the scriptures say, like Christ said in Matthew. Actually, let's get that. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, and verse number 4. And it reads, "Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven." So if you humble yourself like a child, you'll be great. A child is quick to forgive. A child is honest. A child doesn't act like they know everything. They have questions. Every day, my kids are asking me questions. Why? Because they want to obtain knowledge. They're curious. That's how you should be moving, wanting to learn and increasing in every aspect of this walk. Right? Now let's go to the book of Micah, chapter 6, and verse number 8. And it reads, "He has shown you, O man, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." You have to walk humbly with the Most High, or you're going to be walking by yourself. The Most High doesn't deal with pride. And as it says in the book of Sirach 10, pride is the beginning of sin. So being proud will only bring you down. Let's get that. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 29 and verse number 23. All right. And it reads, "A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit." Humility and being humble is honorable. Humility is one of the greatest traits to have in this world. It also said a man's pride shall bring him low. It's crazy because I remember one of my employees, this Hispanic sister, was talking to me one day, and she said something that stuck with me. She said, "Men in their pride." She said, "Didn't you hear the phrase, your ego is not your amigo?" And that was so heavy to me because you see people with so much pride, and when they fall, they tend to fall the hardest. Pride is not your friend because it makes it hard for people to talk to you because you're always right. It ruins relationships with people because they're always the problem. It's not you. Your pride will make you think that you got it all and that you don't need to learn anymore. It'll ruin a lot of good opportunities for you because you refuse to be humble. So yeah, your ego, your pride is not your friend. It's your enemy. I'm gonna read that verse again in a different translation. All right, this is Proverbs 29 and 23 in the NLT, and it reads, "Pride ends in humiliation, while humility brings honor." So, for an example, Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner, for those of you who are not familiar with him, was one of the next ones up, the next prize fighter. But his pride and lack of humility brought him low. There's videos of him flushing money down the toilet.
This big money stacks right here. Oh hell nah. Motherfucker got me. Cause I don't give change back. Motherfucker went in my pocket. Last motherfucker went in my pocket. Last motherfucker went in my pocket. They can't even talk right now. I don't even know where they at. Can't nobody find them. Family, cousin, girlfriend, boyfriend. They can't even find them. And there's 3 of them. Hold on, come on. Let me show you what I do to these little motherfuckers right here. I don't keep these bills. Hey. I don't even do these bills. I'm gonna lift this seat cause you know I'm a ladies man, but I got a lady, man. You feel me? So I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna be respectful. You gotta lift the seat. Always lift the seat, can't piss on the seat. But this is what I do to other bills, man. Real talk, look. Cause motherfuckers, they snuck. They had to sneak in my pocket. They had to sneak in my pocket. Don't keep another bill. They had to sneak in my pocket. They had to. They had to sneak in my pocket. They had to. That's what the fuck I do. Now we gonna get back to this other shit on the balcony. Yeah, man. Hey, a motherfucker skydive and take what I just dropped.
All right, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3 and verse 18, and it reads, "The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord." This is self-explanatory. The greater you become, the more humility you should have. The Most High doesn't bless arrogance. I'm not trying to harp on this brother because I actually enjoy watching this brother fight, but you see how he got humbled by the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Off of his arrogance, off of him being prideful. I mean, even Jay-Z offered him a contract more than he's ever been paid in his entire career. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like 50 million or something like that for a certain amount of time. And what he said to him was just super disrespectful.
Jay-Z approached you and you shot him down. What happened?
I mean, they sent the email or whatever. Jay-Z didn't do it, literally, but they shot the email or whatever, and I wasn't happy with, the capacity of the contract was 40 million for 5 years, and that's just bullshit. I think.
Well, so it says here that you went on social media and you wrote, "Somebody go tell Jay-Z to bleep my bleep with an elephant tongue." What do you say about that?
I mean, it is what it is, man, because at the end of the day, man, I felt disrespected. If you going to come to me and tell me that I'm going to fight 2 times a year, getting 8 million a year for 5 years straight, you got me f***ed up. I'm not old. I'm scheduled to fight 4 years. 4 times this year.
All right, so my question for you is, if somebody comes to you and wants to sign you to a 5-year deal, how much money does Adrian Broner deserve?
I mean, I don't want to shoot no numbers out there, but like I wanted to tell him, and hopefully this get to him. Stop sending your workers to like come talk to me. I'm a boss, man, and bosses talk to bosses.
What about the draw of being 1 degree closer to Rihanna? Did that factor into your decision at all?
Man, Rihanna, no disrespect, but I got. Hey, listen, man. Listen, hey, Rihanna ain't gonna make me no dollar. She don't make no dollar for me. Right?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18 and verse number 27. You save those who are humble, but you humble those who are proud. And as you see, this brother has been humble, very, very much so. If you look at what's going on in his career now, it's actually sad to see. At one point, you see this brother have all hundreds, and he was upset that he had 20s in his hand. And then you see a video where he can't even pay a $2,000 tab. And then he pulls money out, it's nothing but $20 bills.
Yeah, we can do a party for free, cool.
But how is he gonna get this money though?
He gonna get it back, man. Can we do a party or something?
Why am I bleeding, bro?
No, because we got to square this up tonight.
Y'all taking me away.
Bro, I know you.
Hey, B, you don't want, bro. Come
You're
on,
not
bro.
from there, do that.
You ain't worth going to jail, bro.
I know you can't.
He say, "Oh, my big brother, I'm with more, man."
I ain't did nothing.
But you really
You'll
want this
get
in
your
the
money.
news,
I
though?
don't know what's
Tomorrow.
really going on. Alright.
Did y'all order anything from him?
Shit, bro, when everything we go. Yeah.
Hey, yo, pay for this. I'll see you
I'm
tomorrow.
right here at the front door. Yeah,
He
here we
didn't.
come.
He didn't even make that today.
Bro, I don't have that, bro. What are you talking about, bro? You AB, bro.
That's what he makes in 2 weeks, bro.
Right, he didn't make that in one night.
Whenever y'all ready to arrest me, arrest me. I ain't did nothing to nobody.
Yeah, like motherfuckers is getting free
Alright,
walk
here y'all go.
That's like promotions, man.
That's all I can give. If y'all don't want it, take it back. What that is?
It's 40, bro. It's 2. Damn, let's get them some money, man. They showed us some hospitality to the max. Nah, come on. What's that?
Give it to.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10 and verse number 7. Pride is hateful before God and man, and by both doeth one commit iniquity. So pride pushes God away and causes problems with other people. When someone thinks too highly of themselves, they stop listening. They only think about what they got going on and nothing else. That ends relationships. You know, J. Cole has a song. It's called Pride is the Devil.
Pride is the devil. Think it got a hold on.
I always think of this verse when I hear that song. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 13. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination, and therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. So Cole is right. Pride is the devil, which means to deceive, because your pride deceives you into thinking you're the one making everything happen. You're good at something and you start getting praise from people and it gets to your head. You start thinking, I am that guy. I am that girl. That's why Jeremiah 17:9 says the heart is deceitful and desperately wicked, because it starts from within. Right? Let's get the book of Mark chapter 7 and verse 20. And it reads, and he said, that which cometh out of a man, that defileth the man. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceedeth evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy.
God can be right there in my ear. Son, do not digest the animal that you flip the bird on his ass. I'm hungry to me. Son, do not digest the animal. Man, get the on, God. Get your ass on right now. I love you now. Shoot your ass on. Telling me not to eat what I'm supposed to eat.
Pride. Verse 23, all these things come from within and defile the man. This shows you that having pride is an evil thing. It's an evil thing to be proud, to have pride. Walk around with your chest out. That's in the law. Let's get that. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse number 14. And it reads, then thine heart be lifted up, and thou forget the Lord thy God, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. It's warning you that when your heart gets lifted up, meaning when your head get big, proud, or full of yourself, you start forgetting the one who made everything possible. Pride makes you take credit for blessings that came from the Most High. Let's drop down to verse 17. And it reads, and thou sayest in thine heart, my power and the might of mine hand have gotten me this wealth. If you haven't seen the George Foreman movie, it's a part where his mom is starting to pray over the food, and he interrupts and says, why are we thanking him? I'm the one that paid for this.
All right. Time to eat.
Boy, you know better.
Let's thank God for the food first, y'all. God? I bought the food, Mama. Not God. Good. Then you say grace. I like the way you say it, Mama.
So his pride made him think that he was the one making that happen, that big house and all the food. And if you end up watching the movie, you will see that he ends up getting humbled in that movie. But yeah, so let's go to the book of James, chapter 4 and verse number 10. And it reads, humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. Right? The Most High resists the proud. He's not dealing with no arrogant, I know it all type of people. When you read this book of your forefathers and mothers, look at who the Most High was dealing with. The humble, the meek, right? Like Moses. Let's get that. Let's go to the book of Numbers, chapter 12 and verse number 3. And it reads, now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. He left Egypt with status. He was a prince, but he came back as a shepherd. He prayed on behalf of his people multiple times for the Most High to have mercy on us. The Most High told Moses he was going to get rid of all the Israelites and make a nation out of him. Moses immediately declined and spoke up on Israel's behalf. That's humility, being unselfish. King David, he could have ended Saul's life multiple times. Saul was chasing King David, trying to kill him, showing major humility. Just because you got one up on somebody, you don't have to flex or bring up dirt. It's more favorable when you hold it down. Just because you can doesn't mean you have to. That's what word meek means. It doesn't mean to be timid or weak. The definition is power under control. A powerful individual who chooses to be humble and restrained shows true strength. And there's many more examples of our forefathers and mothers like Job, Joseph, Daniel, Christ. Christ washed his disciples' feet. How many of y'all will get a bucket and wash 12 of your closest friends' feet? Not many. That's the ultimate level of humility. By washing the disciples' feet, Christ showed that even the greatest amongst us must be willing to be humble and serve. But when you're moving in that spirit, that's when the Most High is dealing with you. Let's go to Psalm chapter 10 and verse 17. Lord, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart. Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear. The heart of the humble is getting prepared for the kingdom, getting ready for salvation. And the prayers of the humble reach the Most High fast. Like it says in the book of Sirach. Let's get that. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 35 and verse number 17, and it reads, the prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds. The Lord will not be slack. Humility and keeping God's laws makes your prayer powerful. That's how you receive your blessings. All right. Let's go to 2 Chronicles chapter 7 and verse number 14. And it reads, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. This shows us that God responds to humility. When we humble ourselves, pray, and turn from our wickedness, which is repent, he listens, forgives, and restores. And let me get my last verse. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5 and verse number 5. Right? And it reads, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. So remember, the world praises the proud, but the Most High crowns the meek. Stay humble, stay grounded, and watch how he lets you inherit what others tried to take by force. And with that, I'm going to close out giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh. I do so in the name of his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. And I'm going to say, Shalom.